Hello there, YouTube. How are you? It's George here. Just sitting in the car on my break. It's a Wednesday evening, lovely sunny day. It's currently 19 degrees, and I believe the temperature is going to take a upward jaunt now for the next few days. So hopefully the weather will be good over the weekend when I'm off. Although I have a painting job on, and not over the moon about it, but what can you do? These things have to be done. I suppose the subject of this video, a little bit of a rant really, about people on ad sites, whether it be eBay or any of the ad sites that we use here. We have donedeal.ie, and we also have another one called adverts.ie. Donedeal I don't use so much, because for the likes of the stuff I'm interested in playing around with, electronics and CB and ham radio and vintage hi-fi and stuff like that, Donedeal is not really great for it. Adverts is the one that I would use the most for that kind of stuff, and it's kind of an unusual format the way it works. You place your ad, and you can't put your phone number on it or your email address or anything like that. How it works is I place an ad, you see it, and you either make an offer or ask a question or whatever, and until you've made an offer that I'm happy with and I've accepted that offer, we can't message one another until that happens. So that on its own, I suppose, is not really too bad. You can deal with that, but you have so many people selling items on there, be it anything really, and it's happened to me a few times now, recently, with the Bauer & Wilkins speakers and a few other bits and pieces where you see these things and you say to yourself, well, yeah, I'd like to have that and play around with it, or whatever the case may be. And you go through the rounds of making contact with the seller and arranging to go pick it up and blah blah blah. And 9 times out of 10 with these kind of situations, you end up meeting somebody somewhere, like a petrol station or the car park of a supermarket or something like that. And the situation doesn't always present itself that you can test what it is that you've come to see. And so, you go through the whole rigmarole with the person of, why you selling it, blah, blah, blah. And you get to the penultimate question, I suppose, of, is it working okay? Whatever it is, whether it's a set of speakers or a hi-fi receiver or whatever. Could be anything. Oh yeah, it's fine. It's working perfect. And you hand over your money that you've worked for, and in this day and age, money is well, I suppose some of us have more of it than others, but I don't like, it's not that I'm tight. All this stuff I'm doing on YouTube, it's a hobby and it's a bit of fun, and I'm doing it, if there's people out there that learn something from what I'm doing, well, that's great. If not, no big deal either, but what can you do? But, you hand over the money and you bring the item home and you fire it up on the bench and you plug it in or you do whatever with it and it doesn't work. Like that STR 700 receiver I bought, that's a prime example. Got that on adverts from a guy, and we agreed a price, and he texts me the evening before he was supposed to send it, and he said to me, he said, I was just testing it and the phono stage isn't working. And I said, okay, no big deal, that's fine. You know, you can deal with that. I don't really use vinyl. I don't have a turntable, so I'm not really bothered about it, you know. So, but that was fine. And the receiver arrived, and I plugged it in to see what was going on. And when I plugged it in, a puff of smoke came out of it, even though I had it on the dim bulb tester and whatnot. But it didn't work at all, in no way, shape or form. The only thing that happened was, like, there's the fuse type lights in it for the dial. One of those was working. That was the only sign of life I got out of it at all. Now, you know, it is what it is, and it's a chance you take when you're buying second-hand stuff, I guess, and especially old stuff, like what I'm interested in. A lot of the stuff I'm playing around with at the moment now is from the, you know, early to mid 70s. You know, so it's what, nearly the guts of 50 years old at this stage. And you know, but if you advertise something and you tell somebody it's working and you know it's not, like, I just don't understand it. Like, I have lots of stuff in the shed that I could put up there and sell. Stuff I have years, lots of old CB stuff and ham radio stuff. I have tons of it. I have 2 attics full of it, and I have a shed full of it as well. But I know it's not working, so I wouldn't put it up there and sell it to somebody, you know, and tell them, have the neck to tell them, oh yeah, it works, and take their money off them. I just don't get it, you know. It's a bit strange. I don't know. It's hard to figure out. But it's just annoying, I guess. Bit of a rant, this video, but what can you do? You know, so, like, I don't know. It's just very odd. Like, is the world that full of unscrupulous people now that they just don't care anymore? And, you know, it's kind of, you know, fuck you, Jack, I'm okay, and I have your money, so. And of course, with a lot of this stuff, like, I've only ever bought a handful of items from eBay in terms of, like, the STR 6046 now. And I was lucky that, like, that guy was absolutely a legend, you know, and everything was fine, and he went out of his way to get it sorted out for me, even though it was collection only. He wrapped it up and packed it up and, you know, waited in for the guy to come and collect it and all of that stuff. So, but not everybody's like that. Like 97% of the stuff I buy on eBay is like components, you know, buy it now items, things that are new. And you know, sometimes you get stung with some of that as well. But there's so many people out there, from what I see on the Facebook forums or Facebook groups or whatever you want to call them, you know, people that are buying stuff and they're using the whole PayPal thing to their advantage, that they're ending up getting the item, claiming there's a problem or whatever the case may be, and 9 times out of 10 they end up keeping the item and getting their money back, you know. And there's people taking advantage of that big time, from what I can see. I just think it's very unfair, and eBay as a company really need to have a look at that. I think it's not fair on the honest people out there, because, you know, most of the people that if you buy 10 items, like seven out of the 10, like the people that are going to be selling them to you, it's going to be an honest transaction. If there is a problem with said item, you know, like I've bought stuff off people on adverts and stuff like that, and they've, you know, there's such and such wrong, and if you know that from the get-go, that's okay. And you know, you kind of agree a price accordingly to reflect what the issue is. But, you know, just selling stuff that has a problem with it, and you know it has a problem with it, but you're passing it off as a working item. That's, you know, that's just wrong. But I don't know. Anyway, that's me rambling on now. I'm starting to repeat myself. So just a little rant, and I don't know, I might post this, I might not, I don't know, but we're doing well on the old subscriber front now. We're not too far away from 1800, so to all the new people that have subscribed, thank you very much. And I'm glad that you what you find what I do interesting, or you know, educational, or whatever the case may be. And to all the people that are subscribed to me a long time, thanks very much again. And I hope you'll stay along for the ride. So we'll get you again in the next one, and you all take care and have peace and happiness in your lives, and take it easy. We'll get you again. This is George, EI 7 Kilo Oscar. Bye bye.